Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Need a little coffee. Feels like fall out this morning. It's like cool. So, we're going to talk about state management this week. I promise. I know I said I would talk about that today. But my sister-in-law, Kim Mahoney, did a post after my video yesterday, and I think it's a really great one for us to talk about, especially on a Monday. So there's a reason that we talk about health. It kind of tends to come at the end of seminars for people. If they do a seminar like a couple of days, the health thing comes at the end because it's the least exciting, right? It's the least sexy. It's a lot funner to talk about people that came from nothing and now they're billionaires. That's a lot more exciting and motivational. But the health stuff really has to come first, and it's a great place to start in terms of changing your life forever, and for a host of reasons. Number one is energy. If you do not maintain a really good health process in your life, if you don't eat right, if you don't exercise, you're not going to have a certain level of energy. And it is really, really difficult when you're climbing the mountain of success to do that if you don't have a great deal of energy. If you sleep 9 hours and you're still tired, it's going to be very difficult for you to achieve the outcomes that you want. Number one rule is state management, right? Well, if you're hungover, if you're getting through the day by spiking your body with sugar, if you're fatigued, if you're not don't have the appropriate nutrients, if you're not getting good rest, it is much more difficult to manage your state if you're in those situations than if you're in good health. So, number one, you need to be very healthy because it allows you the energy and the resources to do all of this other stuff. Number two, we all have the same amount of time. It's the one thing that is consistent throughout everybody is time. And if you decide to get yourself healthy, it forces you to manage your time because number one, you're going to have to figure out time to work out, which means you're going to have to figure out your schedule. And for a lot of people, for me, I hated working out in the morning. I liked working out after work, but I realized that the morning was the only time that I can manage my calendar and keep control of it. And so I figured that I had to learn how to work out in the morning. So I had to train myself to be excited to get up in the morning. I used to be a night person. I used to be somebody that wanted to stay up till 2, 3 in the morning and then sleep till about 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I really kind of turn on in the evening. As I work during the day, I'm productive in the morning. Mid-afternoon, I kind of drop a little bit, and then I turn on a little bit about 5, 6 o'clock. I start cranking again. So I'd kind of like to stay up a little bit later, but getting up in the morning, you can control your pattern. You can control your day better. So I made myself a morning person. So it caused me to manage that. So if you're going to be healthy, number one, you've got to manage your time because you got to figure out when you're going to exercise. And if you make it a must, and you're going to exercise, 5, 6 days a week, well, that means you're not going to go out and get drunk because you're going to think, well, I got to get up and work out the next day. And if you're hungover, you're not going to work out. Or if you do try to work out, it's not going to be the same level of working out. Secondly, you have to manage your food. And especially if you live in a bigger city, you can go out and eat healthy, but it's much harder and it's much more expensive. If you are going to eat healthy, you have to prepare your food at home, and it means that you have to meal prep. There's, no two ways about it, as I say. You have to meal prep. Otherwise, you're not going to eat healthy because if you don't take care of your meals and get them ready, then at any time, see, there's the salads and there's the fruit and there's stuff already prepared, there's more fruit, there's the cut up carrots. And I didn't plan that. That's every week. And if you don't meal prep, then you're not going to eat healthy. It's just virtually impossible. And if you don't meal prep and you don't eat healthy, then you're not going to stay healthy. So getting yourself healthy puts everything else into place in a lot of ways. So one of the things Kim said is, I'm going to make a decision to choose health, and then I'll worry about the rest. And that's really kind of a good approach, because once you choose that one, then it's going to be easier to choose other things. First of all, you'll have more confidence and you'll get momentum and you'll get all of those things. But also because it'll require you to organize your day. If you decide to get healthy and you decide that you're going to be healthy for the rest of your life, that means you're going to organize your day so that you exercise. You know, my wife and I exercise 6-7 days a week. We do not miss, even when we're on vacations, even when we're somewhere else. We still walk, we still run, we still do other stuff. We don't miss. So number one, it causes you to organize your day. Number two, it causes you to meal prep. And that also causes you to organize. If you're going to meal prep, that means you got to be home. That means you got to not be hungover. That means you got to be feeling good. That means you got to have gone to the grocery store. So it forces you to organize everything. So you're like, okay, I can go out and mess around and do what I want at this time, but I got to be ready to get up and go to the farmer's market at this time in order to get the food that I need in order to have it with me when I go somewhere. I learned that the only way to eat healthy was to meal prep, but also with what I do, you know, I can end up in a deposition anywhere, and you never know how long it's going to take. You never know where you're going to be. You never know what's going on. So my food comes with me, and my food has come with me for years. My food comes with me everywhere that I go. I have a lunchbox every day, and I bring my food every day, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about where am I going to eat lunch, or what are we going to eat, or where are we going to go, or what. I don't have to worry about any of that. My food is with me. I grab it, I eat it, and I'm ready to move on to the next thing. Much, much healthier, much less expensive, much less time consuming, and it causes you to then start to gather and put into organizational patterns other things. So on this Monday, I'm going to remind you that health really comes first in terms of the things that you need to organize. You know, remember, a person with their health has 1,000 dreams. A person without their health has only one. And if you're climbing this mountain, there's nothing that takes up more, there's nothing that's more effective than hunger. If you have a huge hunger for something, then that can outweigh and outdo any obstacle that comes in your way. One of the things in common of all of the people that we've talked about that have achieved incredible results is they had an amazing burning desire to achieve this particular outcome. They had an incredible hunger. And a lot of that hunger can only be fueled if you are in very good health. So start out with your health. That's a great place to start. It was a great thing for Kim to bring up. So start out with your health. Use that as a way to start then organizing things into the rest of your life. You organize that part of your life, and the rest of it's going to come into place. And remember, as we start out with this morning on a Monday, that burning desire for whatever it is you want, what are those outcomes that you are going to insist happen in your life? Because those are the things that are going to actually come to fruition. That decision where you cut off all other options. What is it today that you're going to work towards that you're not going to compromise on? It's going to happen no matter what. Tracy, good morning. Everybody else, thank you so much for watching. Have a great Monday. Get up and get moving and get after it. It's Monday. It's time to go to work, people. Let's take care of each other. We're all in this together.